Hey y'all, welcome back. It's Missy. Thanks for joining me again for another layout process video. This one's for My Scraps and More, and I'm using this sketch that I created for our April Sketchathon that's still going on this month. And I decided to use the I Am collection from Simple Stories, and it inspired me to create a layout about me. So that's what I'm doing. If you're like me, you usually scrap pictures of your kids or your family or your husband or your, but it's rare that I actually scrap one just about me. So that is what I'm doing. And I knew I wanted to add some color to the background, so I went ahead and added my white gesso, but I wasn't quite sure where I wanted it and what colors I wanted where. So I let that dry, and then I went to work on my layers, and that would be the determining factor of where I put my watercolor. So I'm building all the layers there, and I try to mimic the sketch as much as possible. Some of my layers may be a little bit different, but for the most part you can tell that it was based on the sketch. And I'm using a transparent overlay there, and it's got gold on it, and that's why I used it. I love the gold dots, and that 4x6 card has a shiny gold heart on it too, so I had to use that. So now that I've got my layers all ready and I know where I want to put my color, and I'm going to start with that red color, and I'm using the packaging technique, surprise surprise. I think everybody's been using that lately. And I want the background colors to be subtle. I don't want them to be loud and crazy in this page, because I just want them to be like a hint of color in the background, and they do wind up standing out, but not like a bright summer type, really bright colors. It's more of a subtle tones. And I think me using the napkin to dab it really helps with the lightening it up. So I use the red, and I go back in with the yellow, which actually it's not, I didn't really use a yellow watercolor. I used an orange color, but it was the perfect match to that gold, the golden yellow tone. And when I used the napkin to dab it up, it dried the perfect color and matched really well. And I always like to bring in my layers to put over it to give it a little test to see if you can see it, because sometimes I'll paint and then my layers cover it up completely and you can't even see it. So I like to do that. And the last color I'm going to add in is that teal color. It's really pretty. I love the mix of these colors together. I think they look nice. And the background that I picked was, I don't remember the exact name of that paper, but it's kind of white, creamish color, and it's got some text all over it, and it's got different sayings. And yeah, this collection is just really nice for, making you want to journal about you or your feelings or things you're going through or your goals, things like that. And so that's kind of what this page turns out to be. I wanted to add a little bit of color behind my picture there, so I use a little bit of that reddish, pinkish color. Looks more red than pink to me, but I'll call it red for the sake of this video. It's in the red family, so there you go. Now I want to add in these frames. I love the colors and I love the texture, because they're three-dimensional, I guess you could say, and they make great layering pieces. And at first I wanted to layer that teal colored one in between my papers, so I had to pry my staple out of there, but I wind up layering it underneath the papers. And I want to spread the color around so I don't have too much yellow in one part or too much teal in one part. And I like that one because it's a darker teal, and the paper in my layer is a lighter color, so it looks pretty good up next to each other, I think. And I don't want to move that to even stick glue under it, so I'm just going to staple it right there so it doesn't move. Oh, I added some tape too. I'm really liking how this is turning out. It came together rather quickly for me, because usually layouts take me forever because I'm OCD about so many things, and so I was impressed that this one didn't take me too terribly long. So I know that's where I want that to go. I glue it down, and then I knew from the beginning I wanted to use different sayings on this 4x6 cut apart sheet because they were perfect for what I was going for here. And you have to use the title I am because there are so many stickers and chipboard pieces and things that say I am. So it's just perfect for describing what you are. And this layout, like I said, is about me, and I'm wearing my Support Autism shirt, and that's because both of my daughters are autistic, and I don't even think I've mentioned that in any of my other videos, and it's a challenge, but it's the only thing that we know. I have an 8-year-old and a 6-year-old, and both of them are nonverbal, so it's, you know, a challenge every day, but they attend a very good special needs school, and they get therapy every day, and they are progressing wonderfully with so many different things. And so I wanted this to be kind of a reflection about me and how I feel about that. So some of the things that I'm saying there, I am doing my very best. I'm going to be okay. I think one of them says courageous. I don't have this layout in front of me, and my computer screen is fuzzy for some reason. I added some stitching there. You know me, I have to add some stitching. So I took my black thread and I did some straight stitching and some zigzags. And I want to add in this word strong. And it took a while to peel it off there because it's so thin. And I didn't want to rip it. But I love the cursive font of it. So I got it off the sticker sheet finally. And I want to add in the word lucky because regardless, I am a very lucky mom. So that's part of who I am, what I am. And I just kind of stick a bunch of words there that jumped out at me for this. I wanted to add in another pop of teal, so I add in some more I am there. So I have 2 I ams. And I just wasn't really picky about that. The title wasn't really a 1 or 2 word title. It's kind of like a list. So I have I am, and then I just consider this like a list of different things that I'm feeling at the moment and things that I think of when I have on my Support Autism shirt. And here I'm just playing around with all the doodads, stickers, chipboard sheets, some gold arrows. There are a lot of things in this collection. I mean, it was really hard to just not stick everything on this paper or on this layout. More words that describe who you are. And I can't even read that from here. My computer, I've had to reboot it several times in the last 30 minutes. And right now I can see my video, but it's fuzzy. So it's really tough to read what some of these little stickers say. So hopefully you'll be able to see it better than I can. These brads are awesome. They are sticky, so you don't have to undo the prongs on the back. They just stick. Gosh, this computer is making me crazy. Sorry if there was a gap in sound there. Goodness Lord. Anyway, I'm adding stickers. Clear stickers that are black. They have black, white, and gold. So I'm adding some of the black ones here. And they're all sayings that are appropriate for my layout. I know that little gold sticker says compassionate. I really may strangle my computer when I get done with this video, if it even turns out, because it is giving me heck. If this is taking way too long, then it should. Oh, anyway. So here I'm adding some phrase stickers, and I'm going to finish it off with some black color shine. Oh, wait, we're not done. bring out the die cuts. Here I want to add in a couple of more little things here and there. I layer in some flowers behind the layers and underneath there. Nothing that's going to detract from the photo or make it any more busy, but just little little accents here and there. And there's, like I said, there's so many chipboard, die cut, stickers. It's hard to not want to use them all. Oh, I have a meltdown because I ran out of staples. It wasn't really a meltdown. It was just one of those moments where you're like, ugh, why now? It wasn't a big deal. I just glued it down and refilled that thing later. I didn't feel like stopping. I was on a roll and I didn't feel like stopping to refill it. I wish all brads were sticky because those are awesome. You don't have to poke a hole in your paper and they stick really well. More stickers. And I go back and forth. I go to the stickers. I go to the chipboard. I go to the brads. I just kind of have it all out, and what looks good at the time is what I grab for. Adding in my tangled thread, and I can't tell what color that is. Oh, it's black. I feel all discombobulated when my computer is not working right. Hopefully this will turn out and it won't drive you completely crazy. I have to get all my little threads just the right direction there to make it look like it just happened on accident. It's so funny how nitpicky we are with certain things. I do add a little bit of washi tape from my stash, and it's the gray stripe tape from Michaels. I know I've used this before. I have the black. I have lots of different colors, and they still have it at Michael's. I see it there every time I go. I usually get it when it goes on clearance or, use one of those coupons, but a little bit goes a long way, and I really, really love the stripes. Now, these stickers are so old. Oh my gosh. I think they're stickabilities maybe? Stickabilities. And I've had them in my stash forever. I'm just going to use them to spell out Autism Mom because I wanted to add that to the bottom. And of course that wasn't in the collection, but it's important because that's first and foremost, who I am, and that's what this layout is about. I do add in one of my own flare buttons, and I tangle some thread under it. And that's pretty much going to wind this up. It felt kind of weird doing a layout just about me, but at the same time, it was kind of therapeutic, and I really enjoyed it because, it's a way to express yourself when you just want to talk about things that you're feeling. So there's the final product. I really like how it turned out, and I got some close-ups coming up. I hope you can join us at My Scraps and More. We got lots of things going on all the time. Visit the store, myscrapsandmore.com, for all kinds of goodies. And thank you so much for stopping by, and I hope you have a great day, and I will see you back next time. Thanks for watching.